আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং আফ্রিকা এর প্রথম পর্বে আমরা কাউচসার্ফিং অ্যাম্বাসেডর আনশ মিশ্রা, যিনি সম্প্রতি পুরো আফ্রিকা মহাদেশ ঘুরে আসছেন, ওনার অভিজ্ঞতার আলোকে আমরা আফ্রিকা মহাদেশকে বোঝার চেষ্টা করতেছিলাম। তারই সুবাদে আমরা অলরেডি আফ্রিকার কেনিয়া, ইজিপ্ট, মৌরিতানিয়া, মরক্কো সম্পর্কে জেনেছি। আজকে আমরা বাকি আরও কিছু দেশ সম্পর্কে জানবো। আফ্রিকা মহাদেশ নিয়ে আমাদের ডিসকাশন শুনুন, আশা করি ভালো লাগবে।
Another thing I want to ask, there is a West Sahara desert. It lies within 10 countries, 10 West African countries. So did you walk over this desert?
Yeah, see, Sahara or Western Sahara or Desert Sahara. Sahara is in all these belt, if you see. So all these countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, Mauritania, Morocco, Senegal, and if you'll go upper part, Algeria, Libya, Tunisia, all these countries come in belt of Sahara, including all these Egypt, even including Sudan, South Sudan. So, but of course, I have traveled all these countries, and Mauritania, one of the driest country and desert country which I have crossed, especially Sahara, Western Sahara. Western Sahara, you can travel 500 kilometers, nothing to see. It's like nowhere. So it's nice experience. But as I said, Morocco has been a developed country and it's taking care. So you will find good transportation at side of Morocco and Western Sahara. It's everything is good. Mauritania side, there is some challenges because of the infrastructure, because of the development, because of their GDP, because of their Morocco is also one of the poorest country in West Africa. So some facts are there. Mauritania. So there are some issues which is going on internally because of the tribal issues, because of the community issues, which I think that's the internal part. As a being tourist, as a being traveler, what I found, of course, they are one of the most amazing people. And Amazigh people, which we say they are the tribal people, which is side from Moroccan side, Berber people. So you will find all these kind of amazing tribes, especially in Mauritania.
So another thing I want to ask, so it is believed that if we set up a solar plant over Sahara Desert and could consume at least 10% of its solar energy, then we could eradicate our energy crisis.
There are already some Chinese company and Japanese company who's
that's
doing
why I'm asking. So is there any progress going there?
Yeah, I already saw there are so many companies which is trying to install all these kind of panels, and they are doing good. But it's just because, as I said, these countries are facing some corruption, some political issues, internal issues. You never know what will happen tomorrow. So even being such kind of big investment, any company will not try to take such kind of high risk. But still, some people are doing good business, and it's just a starting phase. Hopefully, in future they will get some good like this kind of technology, technology, and especially the lighting systems. If you see, Africa is facing such kind of challenge a lot. So yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we can suck those solar energy, then we can be able to more strong in case of power.
Yes.
So we want to move to next country, that is Nigeria. That is one of the most essential country of Africa. Nigeria, from economic purpose, and it produces the most movie in a year. Quality is different issue, but if you consider the number, then it produces the most movie. And also its population is so growing, and its population versatility, like Christian and Islam, is close to 50-50. And like they have a president once from Islamic side, and another time is from Christian side. So how the people, how they face or how they maintain this balance like that? What did you say?
Nigeria is a mega city of Africa, let me tell you honestly. One of the rising country in Africa, in West Africa especially. Nigeria population is also like booming, and it's increasing day by day. But same time, Nigeria and Nigerian people, if you'll see or if you'll hear any term from any people, Nigeria or Nigerian people, they are one of the most hard-working people across the world. And of course, there is no doubt it's one of the dangerous country also in terms of safety. That is the country where anybody can be kidnapped anywhere. That's also one of the challenging part because of these issues. But one of the leading country where all the Asians are also doing good business. As we say, where is a risk, there is a business. So that's the things which is happening in Nigeria. As per political issue, let me tell you, again I'll say in very short way, like of course Nigeria is a country where you will find mixed majority in terms of Islamic people, like Christian, or in terms of Muslim community if you'll go. So it's like different there because so many tribes, especially in borders Cameroon, in borders Niger, in borders Central African Republic. Nigeria is sharing all these borders from these countries. And Nigeria is a country because Nigeria has a port, so that's the big advantage of Nigeria. And Nigeria has a good agriculture sector also. It's feeding Cameroon, and Cameroon feeding to all these neighboring countries also. Nigeria is biggest country for all the industrial zone, like all the steel plants, big. If you'll go through all the other sectors, you will find like it's a hub of all the West African countries. It's like a business center for all these neighboring countries.
Yeah, it has the most GDP
Exactly.
till now in Africa at moment, and also its population is increasing it very high.
Yeah, especially as I said, it's because of now population and there is a governance issue. So many issues are going on, but at the end, if you see the positive side of Nigeria, it's growing every day, and lots of business, lots of investments are going on from across the world. All the Asian people, China is giving a high, and especially if you see again here, Indians are also dominating whole Nigeria. So it's a great country to be for business, for job, but there is some safety and some I should say for family. If you are living with family, there is a huge concern. You have to take care for security and safety, right?
Another thing, as you said about security, so Boko Haram is there. Sometimes we find news just like that. Boko Haram is doing something. Boko Haram is doing that thing. So did you feel anything?
Boko Haram is not in just Nigeria. Boko Haram is in whole of West Africa. Now they are entering also in East Africa. Of course, there was a threat also during my travel, and there was a 2 or 3 incident which happened with me, which I don't wanna highlight here, to be honest. But there was a chance wherein I have been followed by them, and I got some message also from few of my hosts. Also, I got a message and information from some government and tourism department also. Like, you have to take care whenever you are traveling to this and this road. And let me tell you, Nigeria, as I said, it's a country where it's very easy. Anybody can be kidnapped anytime, and that's the reason when I tried to apply Nigeria visa from Cameroon, from Nigerian embassy, even Nigerian embassy told me, are you crazy? How you are going to travel from Cameroon to Nigeria, which is one of the most dangerous border? Nobody is allowed, especially being as a foreigner. So I tried, but they refused my visa. So what I did, I tried to take help from my embassy and all. But at last, somehow I managed to got visa from some different countries, which I took. And again, which I took one of the most dangerous route, which we call sea route. Nobody will try to do that, especially from Guinea Equatorial to Nigeria, which we say pirate route. Lots of kidnapping happening, especially if it will happen in sea. There is no one who can help you, who can save you. And it was one of my most challenging, one of the most adventurous journey. And of course, that night and that whole journey, I can say I didn't sleep even for a second.
So what is the role police department is playing there to control this?
It's a political issue. I think, being as a traveler, I will not go into deeper side, but there are some cases where everybody in Nigeria, you cannot say he's police or he's a criminal. So that's the
you cannot separate.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Okay, so we wanna move to a different thing. Like, did you watch any Nigerian movie?
Not so, but I heard lots of Nigerian songs, which is quite popular. And of course, if you guys remember, I'm not able to remember the song, but it's one of the most popular song in
Selena Gomez and that guy.
Party guy, the guy. No. There is a song now, which is DJ song. Every single house, if you go.
Calm down.
So that's from Nigeria.
Yeah. That guy is from Nigeria, and the girl is from America. Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
I also forgot the name of the guy.
Yeah, that's why. So I heard, like, I love to listen to lots of songs from Nigeria.
Yeah, that is a good song.
And there are so many content creators, including some artists, some singers, and including the media, which I got a huge. And also, let me tell you, I got a huge support from entire media house of Nigeria during my journey, and especially Indian community and Indian embassies, and also all the peoples, like including, as I said, from Asians, doesn't matter, Bangladeshi or Pakistani. Whole of my journey, Nigeria has been an amazing journey. But yeah, there is some safety issues.
Okay, thank you. So we wanna move to another country. Okay, Niger, it's another country. It's close to Nigeria. So what is the difference between the people of Niger and Nigeria living there?
Niger and Nigeria, it's almost similar country, and both country got the name because of the Niger River.
Niger River.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the origin of these two countries, and all the people who were living these, you can say like on the bay of river. That's how they have been known as Nigerian people, and almost so many similarities you will find. And Niger country is facing a lots of security threat, and it's not a stable country. I'm sure lots of West African countries right now is going through civil war, civil unrest. Any day anybody can come and they are taking care of the power, and people are suffering a lot. Even I had a big issue during my Niger country, and as you asked, the Boko Haram and all these things, so that was the country where I got the safety issues. So because I got some threats, so I'll say I should not say.
What is their cuisine like? What they usually eat during their lunch, dinner?
Niger country is also one of the most poorest country in West Africa, like Mali and Burkina, as I said, including Mauritania. So Niger country is the country where you will not believe people are not able to have even 2 times meal per day. And food, as you asked, in terms of food, most of the time they are having just rice. And of course, in whole Africa region, chicken, non-veg, these things are quite cheaper as compared to the vegetables. So because it's a dry country, though it's full of natural resource, diamond, gold, some natural resource are there, but just because of the lack of government and lack of political instability, it's suffering a lot.
To get, they can't extract those minerals.
That's again a political issue.
I heard something like that. Some African people, they eat biscuits made of soil. So where are they from? Like Sudan, South Sudan, or like this Niger?
Having said that, Niger country is also one of the country where people are sometimes eating just sand without food.
Yeah, it's really pathetic. Yeah. Okay, so we wanna now talk about Chad. Chad is one of the most corrupted country across the world. Maximum time it stands as first. So did you visit Chad?
Yeah, Chad was also one of the challenging countries so far during my travel of Africa. All these countries, especially traveling by road, no one was allowed to travel when I was traveling, and when I got so much sensitive information that I should avoid my travel immediately, especially while land borders. Though I made it somehow with lots of contacts, lots of information, lots of research. Chad is also a country which is facing a lots of civil unrest, and Jamina, which is the capital of Chad, it's only the place where you will find some buildings. Now they are trying to develop a lot, but since last 5 years it's got some stability. But rest of the country apart from Chad, Mondu, which is the second largest city of Chad country, there is no electricity for 1 month. So there is no electricity, no power backup, people are suffering, and especially dengue is common for every day. So there is so many medical challenges, there are education challenges. So these countries are, I can say, need a lots of lots of help in terms of education, health sectors. Especially already United Nations and some other NGOs and big NGOs and Asian communities are doing in terms of funding, in terms of social fare, but they still needs a lots of support from across the world.
Okay, so how's the life there? People, how they're living their life?
As I said, Chad is a country where you will find even in capital that you are in village. So it's like that way. There is no.
What about the profession? Like people, what they are doing is it to live?
It's all about related to animal farming there. Like they just sell some animal stuff like meat and raw meat, and doing cattle farming, and also just a small business. And Chad is also full of, all these countries full of natural resource. So the big businessman or the ministry level, they are doing some business. Apart from that, some people are just doing for survival basis.
Okay, so now we are going to talk about Mali, a neighboring country of these countries. So few years back, I heard the news that some community they are publishing or saying that girls' education is not so needed. So they are prohibiting girls to go to the school. So did you see something like that?
Mali country is a country where also I would like to not talk about so much, because it's also a Islamic country, and there is so many things which is going on inside. As you asked the question, it's not like that restrictions. There is some freedom and there is some changes. All these countries are not taken care by Russian army and Russian influence also, if you'll go through, including Central African Republic, Chad, Niger, Mali, Burkina. So there are lots of involvement from Russia right now, and that's how once you will go to those countries, you will find those armies, those commandos who is taking care for security reasons, and there are Russian schools which is operating just to give some basic education system there. But for female or for male, there is some discrimination which you'll find, like some kind of age which is not allowed to go to school. But what I observe, I think it was just normal thing for me.
So what Russians are doing there? Like, do they have any contract between their between these two countries' government?
I think it's a political issue. So for me, I think they are just taking care of safety things there.
Okay, so is it directly a Russian army or they are?
It's a government segment which is there for balancing the peace within the country.
No, I am asking, is it direct Russian army or like it's a branch of
Directly from Russia.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now tell us about Senegal. We know that in some parts of West Africa, they are influenced by Sufism.
Mm-hmm.
Sufism is like praying to God with music, and like that. A good music industry, especially Senegal, like that. They have some good musicians and some good songs like that. So.
Not just Senegal, I should say Senegal, Mauritania, Morocco,
Niger,
all these West African region, they are quite popular for instrumental musical system. And Sofiana, the way as you asked, it's very popular in Mauritania and Morocco, and all this belt, if you so Sahara belt, that's what I can say. Whole of Sahara belt is popular for Sofiana, and including Tunisia country, but in Senegal I spent quite less time. Just it was 4 to 5 days travel, and it was just transit because I was in hurry to finish my Africa journey. So it was just my Dakar city and some 1 or 2 more cities which I've explored. But related to a question, because I'm to be honest, I'm much into music and all this, so I'm having very less information.
Akon, American musician, he's also from Senegal.
Yeah. It's popular.
So music or everywhere in Senegal.
Like even the Senegalese, which we say they're local people, they are also quite music lovers. So where I will go, you will find even not just I listen so many Bollywood songs, Nigerian songs there. So it's like they're very music enthusiast people. That's what we can say.
Okay, nice. So you visited Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso was also just transit for me because of the border issue and because of the safety issues. I think it's just 2 days.
So did you roam around?
It's just transit because it was some safety issues. I had to leave that country because of the civil unrest.
So in 2 days you stayed in hotel only?
I was whole of my journey in bus.
Oh, so you just ran through?
Yeah.
So how is it like? How did you see like the nature, the roads, the jungles?
In whole of Africa, especially in West Africa, highways which you will see on Google Map, you will see it's highway. Once you go, it's forest. That's what in Burkina and Mali and all these countries.
So roads are going through the forest.
Especially I'll talk about Congo and other countries. I'll tell you the experiences also. So similar way you'll find it's dirt road actually. There is no tarmac road. So you have to go through with all this.
So did you see any wild?
If you go to the cities, definitely you will find the like tarmac road. Yeah, in Burkina Faso, that's what. Even recently, these Gabon, Guinea Equatorial, and Niger, Central Africa, these all countries are going with civil unrest, and now it's taken care from military instead of presidential.
Okay, so now we're gonna know something about from Guinea, another country.
So there are 4 Guineas across the world. out of them 3 Guineas are in Africa: Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, and Guinea Equatorial. So the question which you asked, Guinea is also a very tiny country. Guinea and Guinea-Bissau both, and Guinea is of course having all these countries. If you see, their capital is all the way to sea, and of course they have port, a small port, and Guinea is a industrial country again, and population also diverse, culture is diverse, and not such historical country. It's just like entire West Africa, I should say. It's almost like similar for me. People are same, food habit are same. Most of the people are having the fish and rice, and of course non-vegetarian things like meat and chicken and everything are there. And staple food, most of the time you will find people are selling food and everything outside as a vendor seller. People are selling on the road. So it's just a country where you will find some people who is doing good business because of the population also, and there are some parts where you will find some natural beauty also in Guinea, but it's for a forest part, national park parts where you have to go. Though I visited just 2 or 3 cities there, and it was just most of the time I was taking care from my Indian community, so I was in comfort zone most of the time with private car and everything. So I think, yeah, in Guinea the challenge is there is also no road. So Guinea is a country which is having the neighboring borders, Guinea-Bissau, Senegal, all these things. So there is a big challenge for transportation system.
Do they eat fish?
Yeah, all these West African countries, because they have sea, they have river, they have lake, so they do eat a lot of fish.
So how do they cook fish?
Of course, most of they like as fish cooking like
like curry or barbecue or fry.
It's a mix. I can say mix. Most of the time they love to roast. Yeah, just go in beach and sea area and just enjoy. Though they make curry and they make all the fish.
And another country is Equatorial Guinea. So it has the people has the most GDP per capita there. So how could you differentiate between the life of people of other countries, other African countries, and people who living there in Equatorial Guinea?
Guinea Equatorial or Equatorial Guinea is Korea of Africa. First, I should say, it's a dictatorship country. Even if bird is going to fly, they know it's flying. So that's kind of technology, that's kind of sensitiveness is there in that country. One of the richest country in West Africa. One of the biggest country of natural oil, petrol resource. All the top company of petroleum across the world, including USA, they are taking from Guinea Equatorial company. That's the reason that is one of the richest country in whole Africa region. As you said, GDP and everything. So most of the economy is contributed from natural resource only for Guinea Equatorial. Malabo, which is capital of Guinea Equatorial, which is island, that is also one of the most protected area where if you travel, they will take care and they will check each and every single moment of your travel. Why you coming? What is the purpose? Where you will go? Where you will stay? Why you coming? You are not allowed to travel by road. You have to take a flight, and you have to travel to Malabo only specifically. If you will go to Bata, if you will go to mainland of Guinea Equatorial, there is so many checkposts. I had so much problem during my travel, and they were asking me every single time, give me your passport, give me details, where is visa, why you came, why you traveling by road, what is the purpose, what is the intention. Though there are some companies, but it's a Spanish country, so let me tell you guys, it's one of the Spanish country which is ruled by Spanish people. So everywhere you will find all the people who is speaking Spanish language over there, and most of the expats who is living there. That's the reason that it's making one of the expensive country as well, because of these big companies. All the expats people are living there, but it's one of the developed country also. If you'll see roads, even in interior part villages you will find roads are good. CCTV cameras even in single village. So in terms of safety, in terms of security, it's very secure and safe and very protected country in whole Africa.